Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening. Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are doing fabulous. Oh, I got a yawn. Hello. I'm going to share this in all of the chats.
Let me tell you, I got my stuff.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you're spinning me, baby. No, what I told you, you're going to go sit in that chair. You can't sit up here while I do this, baby. Oh. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Bobby. Hi. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I have sent it in my chats. Now let me get my notes up. Hope you guys are doing well. This is not going to be super long. Hi, Angel. You look crazy. You look like a crazy person. Hi, Greta. Say hi. Look, you got your lipstick all over me.
Can I hold you?
No, not right now.
Hi.
Because I'm about to do this training and you're going to sit here. Hi, Jessica. How are you, beautiful? Y'all make sure you tag your teams. Tonight is going to be a little bit of mindset. Last week we had that practical 4-2-1. So I really hope that you are implementing that and seeing great success for that. Hi, Kimberly. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about some mindset and some accountability and being authentic to yourself. So we're going to talk about that tonight. All right. Y'all make sure you send it to your teams. My husband is on call tonight, so he's out and about. So I have my little rugrat here with me. Nope, you're not getting up here right now. Nope, because you got me. You're getting, look, Addie. You're getting it everywhere.
Wait.
No, you can stand right here.
No.
Hello. Hi.
Homie.
No, I can't. I'm not getting your makeup everywhere. Go sit in that chair. Go get your horsey, or then sit on my box right there.
No.
Please.
No.
All right. So tonight we are going to talk. Addie, I'm not playing. You're not going to do that to me. She's being rough when she don't get her way. Okay. Tonight we are going to talk about accountability and authenticity. Okay. The only thing that can stop you from being successful in you and your business, anything, when it comes, is you. Outside factors, none of that can stop you and your business like you. Okay? You will crumble your business if your pillars of belief, the things that you hold on to, if those crumble. If you stop believing in yourself, hey, Brooke, if you stop believing in yourself, if you stop believing in your team, if you stop believing in the company, if you stop believing in the profession, you won't be successful because you are thinking it. You control that. You do. We've got to start taking some accountability, and we're going to talk about that tonight. Hi, Mariella. There are so many different stages to success. That's why we say never compare someone's chapter 1 to their chapter 20, right? But how true are you staying to yourself? There is so much pressure. How many of you would agree that there is so much pressure in the world these days to be somebody else? I've got to look a certain way. I've got to talk a certain way. I've got to train a certain way. I've got to be a certain leader. I've got to put certain content out, whatever it is, right? We're feeling that pressure to be a certain person, to cater to the opinions. Oh, I can't say that because it might hurt that person's feelings. But in return, we're not staying true to ourselves. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? And you end up being somebody that you aren't. And that is what is going to hinder your success, is when you are not authentically yourself. And we're going to talk about that tonight. So there's going to be, I think there's five things on how to be authentic and how we hold ourselves accountable. So the first thing is You've got to know your values. You need to know, what do you stand for? Because what's that saying? If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. What are some non-negotiables, some things that you stand for? What is important to you? What represents you? What represents your beliefs? What are those things? Hi, Kelly. You've got to know who you are so that you can see if you are aligned with that person, this thing. You've got to know those things, okay? And this will also, when you know that, it will, thank you. When you know your beliefs and you know your values.
This is on your mouth.
No, ma'am, I'm doing this.
No.
Stop it. When you know your values, hi, Kristen, this is going to help you attract your business partners and people that know what you stand for, because you're not all over the place. When you're all over the place, you're here, there, everywhere, okay? You're plugging into why I chose my team name. Good, Bobby. What are your values? And when you know those, you're going to be able to speak to your certain people. You're going to be able to create that type of team in your like,
Mommy,
your niche. What, baby?
can you move this for me?
No, not right now. Okay, when you know your values, you're going to be able to know what you stand for, and people that are like-minded are going to be stop.
Please.
You've got 2 seconds before I whip your tail. Stop. Sass.
Stop.
When you know your values and know what you stand for, it changes everything. That's when you attract the right type of people that you're wanting to attract. And then you're not just all over the place. So the first thing is you got to know your values. The second thing is you need to cultivate self-awareness. This is something that I think most people struggle with. Do you know your thoughts? Do you know your feelings? Do you know the actions that you are taking? Are you consciously aware of them? Are you aware of what you're doing? Are you being self-aware in your business? Because you can't blame others. You can't say, no one's joining me because X, Y, Z. No one likes the products because the price changed or the packaging changed or whatever. No, the person to blame is yourself. Okay? We can't control things around, but we can control ourselves in our business. So are you self-aware of what you can control? Do you know how many calls you get on? Do you know the type of leader that you are for people? Do you know how you, she's about to get it, y'all. Okay. Do you know how many personal developments that you are doing? Are you self-aware of the type of person that you are and where your business is at? Are you able to pinpoint it? The other day I was in one of my chats and I was pinpointing things in people's businesses that they hadn't become aware of. We've got to be so in tune and so self-aware of where we're at and why our business is the way that we are, because we take ownership of that. We've got to take ownership. Do you know how many trainings? Hold on. No, ma'am. Go sit on the couch. She's having a moment. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Do you know those answers? Do you have that self-awareness? Cultivate that self-awareness in your business. And that is going to create that accountability for yourself and that authenticity, right? Okay, we have to work on ourselves. We have never fully arrived. We are going to continue to grow, right? Hi, Tina. We have to develop ourselves in order to develop a business, because if you're not self-aware, how do you think that you're going to train and encourage and motivate and inspire other people if you personally can't take the time to become self-aware of where you are at in your business and where you're at with things, right? So maybe you need to ask yourself questions regularly so that you are self-aware. How am I showing up? What am I doing to show up? Asking yourselves those types of questions so that you can become aware. Maybe you need to journal. Maybe you need to meditate. Maybe you need to pray, whatever it is, so that you can become self-aware of where you're at in your business. Okay. You can do this in life too, but we're specifically talking about your business. Because the reason that our lives and our business and life looks the same is because we're doing the same thing. We're not self-aware and changing things. Okay? We keep looking at the way the past was over and over and over, and we're trying to relive that, but we're producing the same results. Are you tracking with me? But you're changing nothing. So that's the second thing. The third thing is you need to create boundaries. Create boundaries. This helps you stay true to yourself when you are creating boundaries in your business. Okay, boundaries, this is the definition of boundaries. Boundaries are limits that define what you are comfortable and not comfortable with. That's what a boundary is. This is what's going to protect your time, your energy, your mental health, your business. This is why setting boundaries is so crucial. Helps you not be pulled in a million different directions. Sometimes we have to say no to some things in our life or say no to some people in our lives, right? We've got to start taking ownership over our life and our choices when we are setting these boundaries. If you want to have a successful business and you want to be that owner, that successful business owner, you've got to start taking ownership of it and setting the boundaries. Do you feel like you run your life and your business, or the other way around, that it runs you? It should not be that way. You should be in control because of the boundaries that you are setting, whether it's time of day that you stop answering your phone, or maybe it's the time of day that you've got to start picking up your phone and start working your business, because some of you have no boundaries and you just do nothing. You set no boundaries for your business and you do nothing. And then some of you set no boundaries and you try to do everything. You've got to set boundaries, and that is going to help you with your accountability and your authenticity. Hey, Rebecca. Hi, Judy. The fourth thing is you've got to stay positive in the midst of chaos. It is so easy, you guys. And how many of you would agree with me? It is so easy to get bogged down by the negativity and the doubt when you are in the middle of chaos. It is so easy, right? But you have got to stay focused and you've got to choose a growth mindset. You may be in the middle of chaos right now, but are you choosing a growth mindset, or are you staying fixed on where you're at, not where you can grow and what you can do? Set the boundaries. You've got to say, my business does not look like I want it to look like, but I'm going to take full responsibility. I'm not going to blame it on so-and-so. I'm not going to blame it on my situation. I'm taking responsibility for it, and I'm going to stay positive, and I'm going to pivot. And I'm going to keep looking forward to the future. I'm not going to stay stuck in those feelings. I feel them. I meditate on them. I process them. I pray about them. But then I keep going. I can't stay stuck there. And I've got to continue to stay positive even in the midst of it all. That is a solution-minded, oriented person. And that's what we've got to be. You need to stop staying around people that are constantly negative about you, your business, your life, whatever it is. Oh, there she goes again. Oh, she's going to fail again. Oh, yep, it's going to be a slow month again. Whatever it is, we all have those people in our lives, right, that have been negative over and over. Maybe they've been negative about you launching your business, or maybe they've been negative about you doing a business, whatever it is, or maybe they're just a negative person in general, and it sucks the life out of you. But you have the ability to set that boundary and stay positive in the midst of it. Spend time with solution-oriented people, excited people, driven people. That's why accountability partners should be people that are same paths as you, that are running and they're going and they're jogging hard after their goals. So you can hold each other accountable. Okay? You know who the people aren't that are in your life that you may have to start saying no and set some boundaries when they're in your life. Okay? We've all had those people where they always have a problem. There's always something negative that they've got to say when they come to you. They're always negative. You might give them an idea on how to pivot in their business. They've got something negative to say about it. Oh, I've already tried that. It's just never good enough, right? No, find the people that are solution oriented, that are driven, that are hungry, that are excited. Because like I tell my team all the time, when you guys are excited, when you get excitement in your business, your team is going to get excited. Just the other day, Sheila Jacobs had someone on her team earn $750 in their first 30 days. Can you imagine the excitement in her chat when that happened? I mean, what would y'all not want to do with $750 in your first 30 days? Your excitement, your positivity feeds. Okay? And then the fifth thing is you've got to embrace change instead of resisting it. Some of you are stuck doing the same things that you've done for 4 years. Can you imagine if we tried to run network marketing with a pager these days, right? And that's an extreme example. But some of you are stuck doing the way things were 4 years ago when COVID was happening and all the other things that were happening in our time, that you're just stuck there. You're only doing lives. Your leaders told you, go in your stories, do reels, do whatever, and you're just stuck and you're wondering why you're not growing. It's because you're not embracing change. You are resisting it. If you're going to take accountability, if you're going to be authentic, you need to embrace change instead of resisting it. Now. Okay, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. Okay, but you're owning it. That's that self-awareness, right? Becoming self-aware. It's okay to say no. Stay true to yourself. Nothing is wrong with change, you guys. Sometimes we have to push ourselves out there. Change is what offers the opportunity for growth. Are you growing? But are you changing? That's how we become our true, authentic selves. What can you bring in that's new? What new system can you bring in? What new trainings? What new technologies? Some of you still aren't using ChatGPT. Try some new things. Newness comes when we try that. Are you experimenting? Are you adapting? Are you stuck in your old ways, expecting different results? Okay? Hi, Renee. Be flexible. That's what this business is about. Yes, change is good. It means you're growing. Absolutely. Business is always changing. It's always evolving. You have to grow with it, right? So if you do all 5 of those things that I talked about, knowing your values, cultivate self-awareness, create boundaries, stay positive in the midst of conflict, and embrace change instead of resisting it, you're going to stay centered. You're going to grow. You're going to explode in your business and in your life, even in the hard times. But you've got to take accountability and you've got to stay true to your true, authentic self. And when you do that, you will grow. Addie, stop. Okay? Alrighty. I know this was a lot. Hopefully, with the midst of my 3-year-old crying, y'all got some goodness. But I want you to stay true to your true, authentic self. Who cares what so-and-so says? Who cares what so-and-so's opinion is? Stay true to yourself. Don't try to be like me. Don't try to be like this network marketer or this leader or whatever. Stay true to yourself. But that with staying true to yourself, you can still evolve. You can still grow. You can still set boundaries. You can still become self-aware. And I really want you to become self-aware. Reflect. What am I or am I not doing? Where do I need to evolve? Where do I need to grow? Become self-aware. And when you are self-aware, I promise you're going to be able to take more accountability instead of blaming and pointing fingers elsewhere when those 4 fingers are pointing back at you. Become self-aware and take that to motivate you and encourage you and grow you in your business. All right, you guys. I love y'all and I'll see you later. Bye, guys.